Yes, and welcome YouTubers. This is For the Players. My name is Phoenix Lee. This is For the Players. I've got another deck tech for you here today. This is Orange Goku. Gonna finally be bringing you a Goku deck tech. Something that a few other players have been looking really forward to. I'm really excited by this. Goku is one of my favorites. Always has been, always will be. He's the boss of Z. Let's dive right in and see what Goku has to offer as a personality. Now, straight off the bat, I'm not going to be using the God Goku, so get over it. I don't actually own one, and even if I did, I'd like to be a little bit purer with this. Keep this a little bit more budget friendly. Goku was basically born to be orange, and I'm not talking about a fake tan. With a power that is based around drills, and a style that is based around drills with orange, sign me up. Diving straight in with the mastery and personalities as always. Orange Adaptive Mastery lets us first add 1 life card of damage to our energy attacks. Good for dealing critical damage, and every little bit of damage adds up. The real reason we're here though is not because of that. We're here because our drills cannot be discarded when we advance a personality level. This is a massive tempo swing, really helps with deck building as well, because we need to devote less slots then to the amount of drills we have in play, and we're not having multiples, we're not drawing multiples, and we're not drawing dead combats. The final icing on this bit of cake is at the end of combat, if we used a critical damage effect, not dealt critical damage, if we used a critical damage effect, we can search our discard pile for a drill and put it into play. That has to be at the end of combat, but at least we still get to search, and at least we still get to put something in play. Drilling on, we have Goku. Now, we're not going to use God Goku, as I said here, because his powers are all about drills. His first power on his level 1 is an energy attack dealing 4 life cards with the mastery. Not enough for critical, not amazing by itself, but we can discard a card to then let us search our life deck for a drill and put it into play. I really don't want to be discarding a card, and it's an okay power, but we really want to be off this as soon as possible. Level 2 it lets us lower our personality to put a drill into play at the end of combat. Once again, at the end of combat, once again, not that impressive. We really want to be off this level as fast as we possibly can and not use it to lower ourselves, not fall into that trap. Level 3 is the boss of what we want. Energy attack doing 5 or 6 life cards with the mastery. We can place a drill or setup into play from our discard pile. Yes, 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 this is Goku all over. We can place a drill or a setup. That means visiting the past or any drill that's been discarded for any other reason. If it hits, we may also rejuvenate 5 drills from our discard pile. Seems legit, right? Our final level gets super. Huh? We can search everywhere. Everywhere. We can search our life deck, we can search our discard pile, we can even search our banish zone for up to a total of 5 drills and place them all into play. Put them all into play! Tempo, swing for the max. I know I haven't talked much about tempo, and I mainly talk about card advantage, but tempo in an orange deck is huge, being able to play stuff out and have stuff out already. This is a massive tempo swing. This is exactly what we want to be. We want to be on level 4. We need to get there as fast as possible. How do we work this deck now? As always, we're going to be looking at staples first, and then our named cards. 2 visiting the past, 1 time as a warrior's tool, 3 confrontation, 3 heroic energy spheres. I'm done here, no surprises. What we do want to get is Goku as high as possible and as fast as possible. Goku's Kaioken is just what King Kai ordered, with a healthy dose of anger, filling our discard pile with possible drills for our powers. We can gain mass levels and mass tempo, mass board swings. This is definitely going in 3 of. I know what you guys are thinking as well. I know I love throwing in name cards, but I will not be throwing in Goku's Kamehameha here. Basically, I'll get onto it eventually, and you'll learn eventually why I'm not throwing it in here. And some people might have had great success with it. I'm probably going to get flamed like crazy for this. But I find I really don't want to keep removing my drills and then keep putting them back in. I need cards that don't remove them consistently. Level 4 is its only power that can actually consistently put drills back into play. And if I'm removing them to do power stages of damage, not even life cards, I can barely even finish people off. If you draw it too early, it feels like complete dead weight. It costs 3 power stages for an energy attack doing 5 life. It's not even styled, so it doesn't help with a lot of other things. Ultimately, I don't think it's worth throwing in. Onto the drills, which are definitely one of the most important part of this deck. We want one of each of these drills due to the fact that we can get them out whenever we want when we don't want to be drawing multiples. One orange hiding drill means they do less damage. One burning aura drill, which means we can block a physical attack, and one orange steady drill means we can block an energy attack. One orange aura drill means our energy attacks are doing an extra 2 life cards of damage, so we're going to be wanting throwing in an extra 3 life cards, including the mastery. Critical damage is pretty much assured at this point. The only drill we want 2 of is orange devouring drill, so we can level faster. This is super relevant and important, and also very thematic. I mean, from a thematic point of view, we can't have Goku not eating, right? Our last drill we're going to be throwing in is a one-off orange focusing drill, which rounds them out and gives us some defense against them being removed if we are facing a drill banishing heavy deck, like anything blue. 3 orange uppercut to search our namesake energy attacks, which gives us some temporary card advantage as well. We don't even care if it hits, it doesn't have to hit, it's more about the energy attack that we get to claim through this. 3 orange palm blasts gives us the ability to stop them from performing energy attacks as well as do one of our own. 3 orange rage, which is another critical energy attack dealing critical damage, which also raises our anger. 3 orange power point for another energy attack dealing critical. You'll hear this a lot, this deck tech, but can also place a drill into play, which once again is relevant with the amount of drills that we're running. 3 orange stare down helps us deal with any pesky allies, setups, or drills opposing us. 3 orange launcher will deal is another physical attack, but it will deal a critical damage effect as an extra 3 life cards that most of the time won't get blocked. That critical damage raises our mastery, triggers our mastery, causes us to put more drills into play, which is exactly where we want to be with this. 3 orange precise shots, which is another energy attack that can also raise our anger and also deal critical damage, which also banishes some more pesky stuff straight from their deck. Sign me up, does 4 things at once. 3 orange revenge, this is for stacking our deck, it's also for endurance, also draws cards next turn. This is pseudo card advantage, I love it. 3 orange offensive strike also make a final attack as an appearance, as a way of getting even more attacks and more card advantaging, because we can just keep drawing them from our decks, the other 2 from our deck. We can stack them with previous orange revenge as well, if you really want to get nasty. 3 orange energy evasion is our first block, and with so many attacks with costs, we need the extra stage management from this card. 3 orange energy catch is our second energy block because it has mass endurance, raises anger, and gives us extra damage in stages, but damage is damage. 3 orange quick dodge will stop a physical attack, give us excellent stage management, and prevent damage for the rest of combat. This is extremely relevant. This is probably one of the best orange blocks in the game. 3 of in, I think it's a staple in any orange deck anyone runs. Our last 2 physical attack blocks are going to be orange cover up, which also stops another physical attack in the next attack phase. Our final 3 cards that we're going to be throwing in is orange destruction. It'll automatically let us destroy cards from our opponent's library without a cost. I know it's linked to the amount of drills in play, and I know we may not always have 2, 3, 4, or 5, but it always does 1 card of damage as destruction. I don't see this as a negative thing. I think with the amount of drill searching we've got, we're going to be able to place as many drills in play as possible, and normally at least get 3 or 4 life cards of destruction for free, mind you. Now I'm going to be doing something slightly different with this deck tech. Now I'm going to start looking at different things we could possibly do and different options we can possibly swap in. If you want to put in Goku's Kamehameha, what I suggest is you take out one of the other energy attacks, something that doesn't really matter, so you can start banishing your drills a bit quicker. If you want to change up the personality, one of my favorite recommendations would be Krillin, because Orange Uppercut will search for Krillin's Destructo Disc, which can be proved to be quite potent. His anger gain when he stops attack, his anger gain from his level 1 as well, will also really be useful to get higher and higher and higher and start proving some really good energy attacks in. Those are my other suggestions, those are my other ideas. If you guys have any more, leave them in the comments down below. You know I love talking to you guys, you know I love listening to all your feedback. Like, subscribe, tell me how I went. This was For the Players, signing off.